We arrived in Albuquerque for a 4-day bikepacking trip that took us across some of the finest gravel trails New Mexico has to offer. We all moved away from each other, so this was one of those trips. You know, the kind where you plan a few months in advance and you're never too sure how things are gonna go until you're actually in the experience itself. With my companions, it was a collection of shared experiences. The feeling of being there and knowing that you aren't from there brought each of us a sense of wonder and excitement. That's what I call an adventure. You guys ready to ride?
Ready to go.
Ready to ride.
Let's do this. What's up, everyone? We are about to take on a adventure. We're in New Mexico. We have 4 days on the Conquistadors route that we pulled from bikepacking.com and modified it. So stay tuned. We're gonna have quite the adventure today. We got 75 miles ahead of us, and all off-road, camping, and all that goodness. Views for days. It's gonna be epic. So come along for the ride. All right, y'all, 20 miles in, still on some road over here. A lot of tarmac in the beginning, but we're about to turn off right at the stop sign. We should be on the trail soon. Just a quick nature break. Feeling good. Feeling good. Feel like we got a pretty good pace going. So. All right, everyone, we're about 25 miles in. On the dirt finally, and the views so far are epic, and we're just scratching the surface here as to what we're gonna see later on. So slow moving over this gravel. It's a bit humpy and bumpy. You know how it is. About 38 miles in, out of Belen, and I obviously lost a little bit of body fluid. See me, but feeling good.
Why you wear a white jersey.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell that way.
Totally.
Or you just don't sweat like me.
Exactly. Maybe I should have put like some salt in my bottles or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that in Magdalena. But got a beautiful view of the mountains here, and we got some really nice, like, world-class gravel here as well. So we're moving and shaking. I'm gonna try and get into Magdalena a little early so that we can just get a good lunch in, get some fuel, and try to get to camp and just relax for the rest of the day.
And beer.
And beer. Yeah, whoever can bring a beer cold to the campsite doesn't get to cook dinner or set up the pot. Day two, this is New Mexico gravel bike touring. We rode out of Belen yesterday, and we are now in Magdalena, which is about 77 miles south. And yesterday was tough. It was a tough day. It was a little bit scary. A lot of heat exhaustion, basically under the sun for about 9 hours, and it took its toll on my body. So was gonna call it last night because honestly I felt like shit, but you know, recovered a bit, got some nutrition in, did some stretching, and we modified the route a bit. So we're gonna take a bit of a different way to get into Socorro today. We're not gonna be going further south. So we're just gonna do some easy miles. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but it's, you know, a bit less stressful on the body to some degree, with fewer climbing. It's a bit more direct to get into Socorro, the way we're going to be going today. So hopefully it'll be a smooth sailing with all the gear we have. Right now, just eating some breakfast, and we're going to try to pack up our bikes and hopefully get out of here soon. If not, we'll probably have a later start to the morning. But water is definitely crucial out here in New Mexico. So if you ever plan on doing any kind of like remote bike touring out here, just make sure you got your water dialed in, because whew, we ran out of water yesterday and we did not think we were going to. And to be honest, we were carrying a lot of water already. I had about a good 4.5 liters packed. I can totally ride with 7. So today I'm packing everything full. About 7 liters I'm gonna be riding with. We're gonna be doing shorter mileage today, about 34 miles, 38 into Socorro. So that's gonna be pretty nice, but still packing in all the water, and just, you know, pace ourselves and just be conscious of my body. Just listen to it, because yesterday was quite scary and I don't want that to happen again. I also don't want that to happen to the guys, because they definitely took care of me yesterday.
But it was fun.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Scary fun.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's bikepacking. These challenging things that we do, you know, that in the end we look back and they sort of make up who we are as a person, and you know, hopefully we could share these moments with other people, and hopefully they can learn from it and we can learn from it ourselves. So yeah. Cool. See you guys on the road. morning from Socorro. We're in Socorro, New Mexico. We're gonna be riding into Berlin today. It's about a total of 50 somewhat miles, or pushing 60, something like that. Hottest day of the trip so far. We're pushing around like 80 degrees today. clouds are all broken in the sky, so we're gonna be pretty exposed today. So we're trying to just hop on the road and get some miles in. Yeah. So we'll see you on the road. Stay tuned. To Socorro again. We had a bit of a route bust coming out of Socorro, trying to get to Berlin, and kind of used up about 2 hours of riding and 20 miles as well. But hey, impassable roads. So unfortunately we're going to be heading back into Socorro and see if there's any other opportunities to get through.
How easy it is to commit to something and then do the wrong decision, and there's no way out.
There's no way out, and I think we learned here this sort of golden ratio between water, exhaust, and
sun,
water speed
it's
and
the
sun,
sun,
right?
the
Water
amount
speed
of
and
sun.
That is what
Day 3 from our New Mexico gravel tour. We tried to get out of Socorro today to go into Berlin. The plan was to ride about 55 miles or so across a big chunk of the desert here, but unfortunately there was some road closures and some impassable areas, so we decided to just turn back into Socorro. We actually met a guy named Mark and Norma out there, and they told us some of their suggestions, and we just decided to just go back into town and figure out an alternative route. When we got back into town, unfortunately, there aren't any service roads that we can take to get into Berlin from here. So the only way to get back is actually on the highway, and we can't actually ride the highway. So we just came back to this Marathon gas station, and then Mark and Norma, who we met inside the trail just a little bit ago, ended up coming over here, and we saw them again and just chopped it up for a little bit, and they offered to hang out with us and give us a ride into Berlin and take us out to lunch tomorrow. So offer you cannot refuse. So definitely a good ride all in all. You know, new respect for New Mexico and the desert and just the climate here. So definitely teaches you a lot, would you guys say?
100%.
Humbles you.
Definitely humbles you. Definitely humbles you. Well, anyway, stay tuned. There's definitely going to be a lot more shenanigans to come. We got another couple days here, so see ya when we get to Berlin. This trip forced us to push our limits and make uncomfortable decisions. The good, the bad, all of it remains with us. In hindsight, every little hill has a summit. Just take your time and you'll get there eventually.